done using the windows. The stairs of these houses were this narrow because residents had to pay taxes based on the width of the houses on the canals. That is why they tried to build houses as narrow and deep as possible. And that is why many have back annexes, because it was cheaper. In the 17th century, a particular style of construction was called op de vlucht, on the run. This means that the top of the facade leans forward just a bit. This made it easier to lift goods to the upper floors. In addition, it prevented water from getting into the rafters. Many residents of Amsterdam have bicycles. Cycling is one of the fastest ways to travel across the city. That is why you can see so many bikes parked everywhere. It is one of the major parking problems in Amsterdam. Every day, the municipality removes hundreds that have been parked improperly. Amsterdam has more bicycles than residents. It's interesting for you to know that we have over 1,800 bridges here in Amsterdam. The canals are about 3 meters or 10 feet deep. The first canals were dug in the 13th century for the transfer of goods. Every time the city increased in size, more canals were dug around the center in semicircles. Most houses and other buildings were built on posts because the ground is so soft. At high tide in the North Sea, Amsterdam is about 1.5 meters or 3 feet below sea level. Our national airport Schiphol is even lower, 5 meters or 15 feet below sea level. In many places, you will see low railings along the canals. Parking on the canals isn't completely risk-free. These railings were installed in the 60s because cars were driven into the canals almost every day. To this day, cars end up in the canals on a regular basis. To your right, you can see one of the narrowest canals in Amsterdam, the Sloot. The interesting thing is that these houses are directly on the water, just like in Venice.
Laat die water net op afmeren of laat die maar voorbij? Je hebt de singel.
On our left side, we can see the former royal stables. This beautiful building was constructed as a weapons depot by Hendrik de Keyser in 1606. Nowadays, it is part of the University of Amsterdam.